Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning Lawland. On this hashtag Wealth Wednesday, there's no greater wealth than our health. We've got the CEO of Claris Health with us today, Talitha Phillips. Thank you so much for really bringing this healthcare system really to Los Angeles, 1976, right?
Yeah, we were founded in 76.
Tell us a little bit about what you do and how it's so unique.
Yeah, so Claris is a nonprofit. So we work primarily with pregnant women or those who think they might be pregnant, and then families with kids 0 to 5. And that's what we've been doing since the 70s, but more recently, just with all of the issues that are going on in our city with homelessness and trafficking and youth and foster care, we've started thinking outside of the box in how to help women's health and just general health in our city. And so we're launching a mobile clinic. So we're going into communities that either are hardest to reach or communities where individuals can't travel outside of their community or where they have a high mistrust of the medical community. So we are bringing the care to them.
Wow, it is incredible. And you're having a gala to celebrate all of this weekend. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, our gala, it's the City Lights fundraising gala at the Spur Ball. And we have about 650 people that will be there to celebrate, to learn, and also to tour our mobile clinic. So we just finished building it. It's a custom vehicle, and it'll be the first time that many of our supporters will see it, and new people will get to walk through. And
fantastic.
Super important. I think, there's so many countries that do have their medical system is part of being a citizen of whatever country they are. And it's kind of sad to think that people don't get the right care. It's imperative, and I do believe that we are in a big transition, obviously, in the medical field. But where do you see this going? Do you see it being like something that is just all different type of innovations that are going to begin to happen in the medical field? Or how do you, everything's shifting so much.
Yeah, it is. And I think, we live in a city where, we have really high infant mortality rates and maternal.
We do?
Yes, we do.
This is something I've never heard.
Yeah, specifically, so one of our clinics is in Inglewood, and we serve more of a South LA community, and we know that the rates, for example, in South LA, 22% of women don't get prenatal care in the first trimester. We know that the STD rates in LA County are higher than the national average, and that women are contracting STDs at an even higher rate. So you hear things like that. We know that African American women are specifically the hardest hit with maternal death and infant mortality. And so we see that, and we're looking at, where is the system breaking down? What can we do to help this? And a lot of it is that our approach isn't just medical. It's not just caring for the physical needs. We're really big on integrated care, where we look at the emotional aspect and the spiritual aspect, if that's a part of somebody. And so we go in and we just want them first to know that they're loved, that they're cared for, that we see you, that we hear you.
I'm so glad that you bring this up, because as a doctor of divinity working with people, what I found is that past lives, their trauma plays into a lot of the things, into the lineage of a lot of the different demographics and stuff. So it's so fascinating that you bring this up. I think it's really great that you guys are looking at everything.
Yeah, we are. We're looking at it and want them to feel comfortable. So part of the, going to where they are just speaks volumes. Going in, so the first person they see is offering them coffee and a chance to just talk about how are you, and then we can get into, okay, what are your physical needs? How can we help you today? And we're starting off with 27 different organizations in the area. So when we go in, we're working with homeless service providers or a food bank or a charter school. So we'll go in to an area that's already safe for them, and then they can come and get to know us, but then we can connect them to other community resources.
And we know that the community of Los Angeles and Hollywood has really come to support you. We have a special message from Patricia.
Claris has really opened my eyes to the amount of time and care and financial support that it takes to really be there for people in need. The people at Claris are on the ground day in and day out, and not just on the ground in California, but all over the United States and around the world, helping people. I see the dedication, I see the sacrifice, and it humbles me to watch the amount of selflessness and love that is poured into each and every client and their children and their spouse.
Wow, just phenomenal. So I have a question. Clearly you have this big, generous heart, as does the organization there. And I know that it can be a little tough because you're dealing with some really challenging issues and themes around the country. Is it hard to bring positive energy and light, particularly in the face of something that feels so overwhelming and so full of challenges?
Yeah, absolutely. I have been there now for 18 years. I have 2 kids of my own, and part of my goal in life is to instill this passion and this heart for my own kids. And so it's not a job that I can cut off at 5 o'clock. It's not a job that often cuts off at midnight. They're middle of the night calls. We go to Uganda, and I take my children, and I want them to see the world and the need. But there is this balance of knowing, okay, can we step away ever? Yeah. Can we? How do you keep helping when you wonder if you're making a difference, right? The need is the Grand Canyon size, and sometimes it does feel like a little drop.
So please tell everyone where they can find, follow, and contribute so they can make a difference too with you.
Yes, so Claris Health, we're on, somebody said all the socials, I think. Personally, I'm Talitha J at Instagram if you want to see my kids or follow along on some of the other passions in my life. And or clarishealth.org is the website.
Well, we're wishing you a beautiful event this weekend. Congratulations. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, La La Land.